So, new perspective for you. We've got you flipped around. Usually, I'm turned around, and my camera is usually about right here with my lights and stuff, and you guys are seeing me from this direction. But today, I've got you on this side, so you can kind of see what's behind me. Doesn't really show everything, but I don't have a lot of room for my vanity, so it kind of all gets shoved in this little corner behind me, and there's a lot that's actually below me, and there's a lot above me as well. But from what you can see here in my little corner of the universe, this is kind of where all of the magic happens. So I thought I would use this as my background today just to give you guys a little peek, because this is the subscriber series, and one of the things that I always get asked about is, can we take a sneak peek at your vanity? So here's a sneak peek. You guys can kind of see what I have going on back here. It's a lot of DIY, guys, because it really is about maximizing this little corner of the world for me. So we have everything from dollar store baskets to brush holders that are flipped sideways and mounted to the wall that hold like all my lippies. Yeah, you have to get really inventive when you have a 4-foot by 4-foot space in your entire home with which to put your vanity. So that's what I had to do. Anyways, as part of our subscriber series, you guys have asked for a really simple tutorial on how to get a smoky eye, or how to get a blended out look, or how do you blend, or what brushes do you use. So I kind of put all of that in one video, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how I got this look today. I did kind of vamp it up a little bit. I put some glitter right here on my lid, but you don't have to make it this dramatic. You can keep it kind of the way that, anyway, you'll see it in the video. So let's get right into it, shall we? As always, we're going to prime with the Urban Decay Eye Primer. Actually, I shouldn't say as always. We don't always prime with that, but today we're priming with that. And then I'm going in with the Collab palette, and you guys know this is one of my favorite warm tone palettes. It has everything, including a fabulous shimmer. And this palette is the best of the day palette. We are going to go in with number 8, the lightest shade in the palette, and start with just an It Cosmetics big fluffy eye brush and get that number 8 shade all over the lid. I find that just putting a base down like this makes blending go a lot smoother. So just get that down on both sides of the eye. Next, we are going to go in with the number 4 color, and we are going to place a fluffy blending brush, and this one is the Sephora number 38. And we're just going to deposit a transition color, and you start in the outer corner of the eye, and I deposit the most color there, and then I work my way through the crease. Again, start right here and work your way through the crease. And the goal is just to warm up your crease, guys. We're just putting a nice transition color right there in the crease. And any kind of light brown or warm color here, depending on the look you're going for, will do. And just keep blending, guys. And remember, you start with a little tiny bit, and then you can always build up. But it's harder if you slap a lot on there and you're stuck blending it all out. So start with a little bit. Next, I'm going in with this teeny tiny little brush. This is the Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush, and I'm going in with this nice bright orange color, which is the number 1 color, and I'm going to start defining that outer V. And if you'll notice, I deposit the color there, and I go back in a line towards the tip of the eyebrow, and then push up into the crease. And that's how you define your outer V, guys. It's always that motion, that back, and then up and into the crease. And you'll notice that I'm going to do that with several different colors just to build up a really nice gradient look. So we'll start with this lighter kind of warm shade, and then we'll go a little deeper and finally a little deeper. Now you could stop after, you know, maybe 2 shades, but I'm going to make it a little darker with 3 shades and go a little more dramatic, and you'll see what I mean. So here we're still defining that outer V. It's, of course, it's that back and then up into the crease, and making sure we stay focused on the outside of the eye. And there we go. We want to make sure you get them even. All right, next we're going to go in with a bigger fluffy brush. This is the Smith brush, the number 232. And I'm going to take the number 6 color out of the collab palette. They don't have names, they just have numbers. And I'm going to do the same motion but with a fluffier brush. And this is just going to give me a more blown out look and not as precise. And this is where you're going to start seeing some really pretty gradient stuff happening here. And it's the same motion with the outer V. It's that back and then up into the crease. And once you've deposited most of the color on the outer V, then you can pull it through the crease. But for right now, it's still that back and up into the crease. Now, when you're working with outer Vs, guys, you'll notice that I haven't done the rest of my makeup. And that's because when you're just starting, you can practice and make mistakes and go really wide, and when you're done you can just take a makeup wipe and clean up the outside and make it a nice straight line, and then put your foundation on and your under eye concealer. I'm specifically going to do some work in the under eye on this look, so we're holding off on concealer for now. Alright, so we're back to that smaller Makeup Geek brush after we've done that color. We're going to go in with this deeper brown. So here's the third color. And again, guys, the same motion. With darker colors, I tend to work with smaller brushes. It just keeps it more controlled and it won't get very messy on you. So it's back and then up into the crease. And back and up and into the crease. And that is that outer V, guys. And you can see I have a nice defined line back. So now I have to work on that up and into the crease part. And you just keep doing it, guys. You just keep blending, and when you think your wrist is about to fall off because you've blended so much, then you blend some more. And as you'll notice, I'll switch from the smaller brush to the larger brush just to get stuff all nice and blended to the point to where I'm happy with it. And you guys can do the same thing, and you'll see it starting to take shape. And then I'll take the bigger brush and go in circular motions just to get it all nice and blended. All those harsh edges will start disappearing once you start pushing it through, and then you have your nice outer V defined. Alright, so once we have the outer V defined, now we're going to go in and we're really going to work on the brow bone. Because up here, if you put a light color, and in this palette, we're going to use that number 8 color that we laid down as a base. And we're going to put that right underneath the brow bone. It'll make your brow bone pop and give you a nice little highlight there. Alright, next we're going to work on the inner half of the actual lid, and for this I like a big fat pencil brush. So this brush is like a pencil brush, except it's a big fat one. You can use whatever brush you guys are happy with dumping down into some concealer. For me, the NARS Soft Matte Concealer works best for this particular purpose, but any kind of matte concealer will work just as well. And you just want to put your brush in that concealer, and then you're just going to take it on the inner half of the lid and keep it on the lid. And you want to keep it on the mobile lid, not the upper lid. And then you just cover that first half of the lid, and it makes a really nice base for a shimmer. It just makes the shimmer stand out a lot more. Now, if you're going for a very natural look, you can just put the concealer on right here, cover it with a nice, soft, light, matte eyeshadow, like a peach or maybe a light brown, and then call it a day. And you'll have a very nice, pretty, soft look by doing this. This is a great technique to give you a very, very beautiful look. So here we've laid the base down, and now we're going to go in with this shimmer. And for shimmer, I like to either use your finger, or in my case, when you have 2-inch nails, you get stuck using these fabulous eyeshadow old school applicators. And we're going in with the shimmer shade, which is the number 3 in this collab palette. And we're going to put this shimmer shade all over the inner part of the mobile lid. And it really pulls the look together. You just put it right on top of that concealer. And if you want to kick it up a notch on top of this shimmer, you can actually add like a very intense highlight or even a glitter, which I actually end up doing later in this look. After we get this done, we'll clean up the outside a little bit and go put the rest of our face on, and then we'll come back and we'll do the under eye. Now, I will say, once you've put your shimmer on, go ahead and take a brush like I'm doing here and just blend that shimmer together with the outer V. A couple of swipes should get it nice and blended together, and then run that brush through your crease just to make sure that none of that shimmer transferred to your upper lid. And want to keep that shimmer down on your mobile lid. So, and then of course finishing touches here. I just take, you know, a little small brush and maybe deepen it up a little bit. Make sure that it's running through the crease nice and even on both sides. And now let's go finish the rest of our face. Okay, guys, so the video cut out for the rest of the eye look, so I'm going to run through with you really quickly how we finished this up, and it's honestly incredibly simple. All we did was the under eye area. So for the under eye area, I went into the same dark brown that we deepened the outer crease with, and you just dip it into the edge of an edger brush, and you run it really, really closely to that lash line, and you do it all the way across on both sides. And then you just simply take a pencil brush and you kind of just back and forth until you buff it out a little bit. I also went in with the transition color that we used, that first light brown color, and I dipped my pencil brush in that and just went underneath it just to kind of give it a little bit of that gradient look. And then after that, you just tightline the inner rim, and I did that with the Marc Jacobs highliner, and I did it in brown. You just pull down and you tightline on the inside of the rim, and that's it. Now, there is an option if you want to go with a little extra kick for the inside here. I did just that light shimmer from the collab palette. But if you want to go that extra mile, you can also layer on top of that a little bit of a glitter or a really high shine glitter. The option that I used tonight is one of the Stila glitters. They look like this. And you literally just open it and you take the applicator and you just stamp it right on top here where I initially just put that shimmer, and you can make it just a little bit extra if you're looking for a little bit extra. And that's it, guys. That's how you get this look. So, as I stated previously, guys, this is the final look. So let me know what you guys think about it. And as always, thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Also, feel free to put down in the comments any additional ideas that you guys have for the subscriber series. So we're going to keep doing this between now and all the way through about mid-January, and it's all going to be content that revolves around you. We do have a couple of subscriber requests concerning the under eye area and getting rid of the dreaded dark circles and people with dry under eyes, and how do I deal with it, and what are your recommendations. So we are going to do a video based on under eye problems and ways to solve that area. So we're going to spend some time on that. If you guys have any additional requests, then make sure you put it in the comments down below. Other than that, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. As always, I really, really appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Mwah!